Live with Tao. Be master of your energies first. First thing, remember, whatsoever you are, you appear to be false, hypocrite. Whatever you are from without, you look at the people, the politicians, anybody, they are all false from without, hypocrites. But you cannot deceive your eyes. You may pretend. You cannot create false eyes. You can create false face. You can create You cannot falsify your eyes. It is impossible. Unless you become a perfect master like Gurdjieff, unless you become a master of your energies, you cannot falsify your eyes. Your eyes reflect your inner energies flowing. Your eyes reflect energies flowing within you. You cannot falsify. Unless you become a perfect master of all your energies, you cannot falsify your eyes. No ordinary human being can do that. You cannot falsify your eyes. You look at the politicians, you look at the all so-called celebrities. They are all false. Their eyes reflect what they are within. That is why if someone looks into your eyes, stares in your eyes, the moment he looks into your eyes, you feel offended because he is trying to find the real thing. And at that point, you cannot do anything. When a master looks into your eyes, he is looking at the energy that is flowing within. You cannot look directly into his eyes. Your eyes will reveal the true self, your true nature, your energies flowing within. All these so-called hypocrites that we see in the form of politicians, in the form of celebrities, if you look into their eyes, that will make them uncomfortable because they cannot deceive you. Immediately, if you look into their eyes, they will begin to feel uncomfortable. No matter who they are. Psychologists have observed even if somebody is talking to you or in front of you, you start looking into the eyes of that person while you are talking. You will observe that he will feel uncomfortable. So it is not good to stare in anybody's eyes. Even while talking, you go on avoiding the eye-to-eye contact. Unless you are in love with that person, unless someone is ready to be true with you, you cannot stare. There is a limit. Psychologists have observed that 30 seconds is the limit that you can look into anybody's eyes. With a stranger, you can stare for only 30 seconds, not more. The moment you are capable of looking into the eyes more than, if you stare more, you have started being aggressive, and the other will immediately begin to feel uneasy. But the masters do not care. They keep on looking into your eyes to know what is your reality. You can, if you stare more, you have started being aggressive, and the other will immediately begin to feel uneasy. You can stare from a far away point, a very far away point, because then no one is aware if you are 100 feet away. I can go on staring at you. But if you are just 2 feet away, it becomes impossible. That's why during these talks, I keep on staring. This stare is not just on the screen. It is staring into your eyes. And that's why at times you feel uncomfortable. In a crowd, in a crowded train, or in a crowded elevator, sitting or standing just close together, you never look at each other's eyes. You cannot touch you can touch the body. There is no discomfort in touching the body. Nobody feels offended with that. But you never look into each other's eyes, because that will be too much. Why are you staring at me? Too near, and you will penetrate the reality of the person. The person begins to feel uncomfortable. The first thing to remember, eyes have no personality. They are pure nature. They have no personality. They reflect the reality that you are. What you are really, eyes reflect. The second thing to remember, you move into the world almost only through the eyes. They say 80%. Those who have been working with eyes, the psychologists say that 80% of the contact with the world through the eyes, 80% of your life moves out through the eyes. 80% of your life. That is why whenever you see a blind man, you feel pity. You never feel so much pity and sympathy when you see a deaf man. Introspect. If you feel so much sympathy with a deaf man as you feel with a blind man. Why? Because he is 80% non-alive. A deaf person is not so non-alive. Even if your feet are cut and your hands are cut, you will not be so unalive. But a blind man is 80% closed. He lives only 20%. Through your eyes, through your eyes, 80% of your life's energy moves out. Through your eyes, 80% of your life energy moves out. You are moving into the world through your eyes, not any other way. So when you get tired, the first thing is the eyes. Later on, the other parts of the body will be affected. The eyes will be the first to get drained out of energy. Nearly 80% energy it drains out of your eyes. If you can refresh your eyes, you can refresh your whole body, because they are 80% of your eyes, 80% of your energy. If you can revitalize your eyes, you have revitalized yourself. Just a few minutes. When during the intense sessions or during the hard work, the body feels drained out of the energy, just sit looking at, either close your eyes or simply stare at something. Staring means energy is not moving out of it. Mind is a still, thoughtless state. And that is when your energies begin to revitalize. For me, just being like this, no movement of the eyes. That's why it is said, the moment a person is awakened, his eyes get fixed. They do not blink the way. And if you do not blink your eyes, you do not feel relaxed. You feel tense. An awakened one feels relaxed when his eyes do not move, do not blink. It revitalizes. It is the eyes that get drained first of the energy. If you can refresh your eyes, you can refresh your entire body, because 80% of your energy moves out of the eyes. You can revitalize your eyes. If you can revitalize your eyes, you have revitalized yourself. That's why, without your knowing, you know, when you come in such live sessions, you feel more energized. Because your energy is not draining out. In a natural surrounding, you never feel as tired as you feel in an unnatural city, unnatural environment, because in a natural surrounding, your eyes are being constantly fed with energy. So when you are in the company of the awakened one, you are in, you are being continuously fed of energy. The greenery, the fresh atmosphere, everything relaxes your eyes and feeds them with energy, indomitable energy. If you look into the eyes of an awakened one, you feel energy searching into you. But if you are false, you will not be able to look into the eyes of the awakened one. You will feel uneasy, uncomfortable. Through the eyes you enter into the innerness of an individual. In a modern city, everything exploits your eyes and nothing feeds them. You can create an environment. That's why one of the meditation techniques requires that you look into your eyes, sitting in front of your mirror. You can look into your eyes and you will begin to feel energized. So if you want to get energized, that's why we go on to such natural settings, moving to a remote village or to a hilltop where nothing artificial is in the milieu, where everything is natural and you will see different type of eyes. Going to the beach or to such places, the twinkling, the quality will be different in those places. Fresh, animal-like, penetrating, alive and dancing. In a modern city, eyes are dead, just living on the minimum energy. They do not know what festivity is. They do not know what freshness means. You can refresh your eyes. In the beginning, you have to move to a beach or a natural settings. And then when you look at the person whose energy is not moving out in any way, you will see a different kind of a glow, a different kind of feeling in that presence. And then a moment comes when you do not need to even go to a natural place, because you have created your surroundings in such a way that naturalness, spontaneity surrounds you. 80% of your energy moves out of your eyes. So you have to be perfectly aware, and you have to learn an art about this movement, this energy and the possibility of the eyes. According to Sanatan Sanskriti, in India, we have been calling blind man wisdom eyes, pragyan chakshu, for a particular reason, because every misfortune can be transformed into a great opportunity if you are aware and alert. Every misfortune can be transformed into a great opportunity. 80% of your eyes move 80% of your energy moves through the eyes. And when a person is blind, he is 80% not alive with the world outside, with the world of conflict and duality. 80% of his contact with the dualistic world is lost. The moment an individual, a person attains to awakening, his contact with the outer world is finishes. That's why his eyes are alive. You will find that an indomitable depth in his eyes. The moment you look into the eyes, you look into the eyes of your any awakened one, eyes speak. You look into the eyes of an awakened one, be it Gurdjieff, be it Osho, be it Ramakrishna, be it Krishnamurti, be it any other awakened one. But we look at the face, not look into the eyes. It is the eyes that nourish you. The blind man is called that he has developed pragyan chakshu, the wisdom eyes. He is poor as far as the world is concerned. World without the outside world. But if he can use this opportunity of being blind, then he can use 80% of his energies for his inner world. 80% of your energy cannot use unless you know the art. So 80% of his energies are conserved in him. It is the reservoir of energy. That's why we call him, his wisdom eyes open. An awakened one, he has developed the pragyan chakshu. Pragyan means wisdom, awakening, the eyes. And the energy that normally moves out will begin to move within. That's why many kind of such exercises are doing. Constantly your energies are moving outward. The moment the activity ceases, there is no way the energy is moving out, and it begins to move within and start revitalizing, nourishing your body. If he can know, then you have to know the energy that is moving within. What are you using that energy for? So, a blind man, an awake blind man, because of misfortune, he lost contact with the outer world. An awakened one loses the contact with the outer world out of his own free will. 80% of energies are conserved because they do not move outward in useless pursuit of this and that. And that is what begins to happen in meditation. Your energies that normally used to move outward in the world of objects and beings through duality, through many other techniques, is beginning to move within. You feel more energized. You are not doing anything in particular, but your energies are not draining out. So a blind man, because of misfortune, he has attained to that state that his 80% of energy is conserved. An awakened one, out of his free will, conserves 80% of his energy. The energy does not move outward. And it is through that gaze, through that look, when he penetrates into your being, and if you are in love with him, you will begin to feel being energized. And you do not know why do you feel energized in such a company. If he knows how to allow to move within. So, awakened one consciously knows a blind man is not a pragyan chakshu or wisdom eyes developed because he is blind. But he can be. If instead of lamenting over the misfortune that has fallen on him, he begins to utilize that opportunity to conserve his energies from being drained out in lamenting, complaining, then the eyes of wisdom are open in it. So when you see the problems around you, instead of wasting your energy in complaints, you use that opportunity to conserve your energy. The possibility is there that you can develop the eyes of wisdom. When the problems arise and you introspect, then you conserve your energy, you are revitalized. The moment a blind person begins to know the art of conserving his energies within, we call him pragyan chakshu. His wisdom eyes are open, just to make him aware that he should not be sorry that he does not have the eyes. He can create an inner eye. And 80% of the energy is with him, which is not with those who have eyes. He can move it, he can use it, utilize it in many creative dimensions. Even if a blind man is not aware, he becomes more silent than you are. That is why an awakened one is more silent, but out of his own choice. Even if the blind man is not aware, he becomes more silent than you. He becomes more relaxed. Look at the blind man. He is more relaxed, more silent. His face is relaxed. He seems to be at ease with himself. There is no discontent at times. This will not be the case with a deaf man. He will be more restless than you. He may become cunning. But a blind man is never cunning. He is honest, straightforward, but never restless, never calculative, basically trusting in deep faith with existence. Why does this happen? Why does this happen? Simply because 80% of his energy, even if he does not know anything about it, is moving within. Psychologists have confirmed that 80% of your life's energy moves out through the eyes. We feel that we feel tired when we are doing the physical activities or physical labor. A louse is sitting by the pool, by the shore, ocean shore, doing nothing. The grass grows. Because when you are not doing, your energies are not moving outward. You can attain to that state when the body is working but the eyes are still, the energy is not moving through the eyes. Try that. Let the eyes be within and you continue doing the work. Physical labor, you will not feel tired. So sometimes people ask me that you do not feel tired. My body works, but eyes do not. Eyes do not drain the energy into the outer world of objects and beings, because the work that is needed, only a certain amount of energy is needed to be utilized through the eyes, a small portion. And if you know and allow only that much energy that is needed to move out of the eyes when you are involved in an act, when you are doing in the kitchen cooking, a certain amount of eyes, energies to move out of your eyes, only a certain amount to keep an observer, keep observing that you are doing the things correctly. If you are lifting a weight or doing something, only a certain amount of your energy is needed to move out of the eyes. But we allow 80% of our eyes to be drained out through the eyes. And then we complain, we feel tired. Why does this happen? You do not know the art of letting your energy move within. Enough for now.